EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
Ready, break.
53, check 53.
Yep.
Pick it up.
5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. We wanted excitement. How's that for excitement on the very first play?
Yeah, they had it in their head. They were going to test the secondary right off the bat, but they were up to the challenge, and he had a convoy in front of him. I thought he was going to bring it back all the way. Instead, they'll settle, and that's really a wrong word, isn't it? They'll settle for really good field position.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke will get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, shoot.
44's Mike.
Check 5.
On first down, Locke. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack, Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Locke going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Carr now on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's Locke to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Jacobs. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Choose the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now this throw caught left side. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Raiders have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. counter play with Jacobs. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And it's third down.
Down. 180. Out. Hand it. Switch gears.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Box drop.
On play action. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You can't stop me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Small recon, 132 fighter. Choose the mic. Here we go. 637. Watch two. Right down. Jumper. Dude. Check 43.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Check. 80 weapon. Express.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Lock now on first down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Let's go, tight end, let's go right here now. Mike 42, let's go.
Now Lock again. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
44, Mike, 48.
Echo. Ready.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. how would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Charlie.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Carr to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Carr completes it. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Hey, tight down. There you go. 694.
To throw on third down. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about it.
He's got daylight. The 30, past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch twins. 6. White. Express. 7:34. That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Block now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 42, Mike 42. On.
Hey.
Mike 42. I'm here all day.
42-5.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Shoot. I got you. 45 the mark. Target.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Carr now to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Bradley Chubb able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 2. OP. Check out. Spawn. No.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Gordon on 1st down. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Leo.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
45.
Hey, high 7. Hand me.
Throwing again. Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Let's go. At
their own 35-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 32 on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. He can't get him down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now after the INT, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it. But
and got his man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Sam off. 2.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Hey, let's get this. Hey, Wahoo. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Not today, you are. Not today.
To throw is locked. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Go!
Back to throw, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Bam.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Denver, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.